Yo, Frank, what's up? Out of tea already. A little early for that. AJ, what's up? John, I went fishing Saturday. Excuse me. I went fishing yesterday. And I don't know if I had already something going on with my elbow or if it was uh, just landed in Phoenix. I like Phoenix. It's pretty wild out there. It's like being on Mars. Uh, but yeah, I don't know if I injured myself fishing or if my elbow was already kind of dicked up going into it. But like by the end of the day yesterday, I could barely set the hook. Um, it was pretty pathetic. Um, but I don't know if like when I was set, I don't know if something with the way I was casting or something. Um, like every time I'd like catch a fish, it would hurt, and I was like if I was picking up a heavy bait, like the heavier the bait, the worse it would get. And I guess it was Painter's elbow. I don't know. Um, Chris, I think Bud would have probably helped or some sort of beer. Uh, but yeah, I don't know what was going on in my arm. I've never had elbow issues from fishing. I have bone spurs in my shoulders from fishing, uh, but my shoulders didn't hurt. Surprisingly, it was my elbow, and it was on my casting arm. Um, but I guess I didn't really notice it early on in the morning. It kind of developed um, muscle atrophy from lack of fishing. Could be my elbow is slowly telling me you're a bitch. Go fishing. Get your elbow stretched out. Uh, but it still kind of hurts. It didn't hurt, but it's like you can feel something in there. Uh, it's right there. It's right there on the outside, like right in there. Like when I would cast or like set the hook, it was well. I guess I can feel a little something in there, but it was mainly on the outside. Um, but yeah, never dealt with shoulder. I mean, casting casting elbow, tennis elbow. Can you like? I started thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if I could put like a brace on it or some sort of like compression thing to like keep it kind of tight because I felt like that would make it feel better. Um, what's up, Brian? AJ, you've got tennis elbow. How do you deal with it? What is the answer to making it feel better? It will just go away. Keep fishing. Hopefully, the next time it's better. Uh, you had good luck with the brace. Okay. Um, I might try that. I got a TheraBand bar. John Cruz has a video of it. What does it make? Does it make you like? Does it make your arms stiff and you have to cast like this? Ignore the pain. That's what I did. I was when I was fishing yesterday. I was like, dude, these things are biting. Like I'm not about to let this bitch ass elbow get in my way of ripping. So because I was throwing a 3/4 ounce spinnerbait with the number 3 and a number 7 on it. So uh, it had some drag. Like it was the 6XD of 2 foot of water. Um, and it was pulling, and it was not the lightest thing on earth to cast accurately around trees, and so rest and stretching. Well, it certainly gets rested because I don't fish, so it should be good in that aspect. That's my casting arm is my left arm. My painting arm is not actually painting elbow because I paint with my right hand. So oddly enough, I don't have any pain in it. It's probably because this one is I use it more painting, and this one doesn't get used. What is it like I have a black eye for? Probably did. Probably do. One of the kids probably punched me. Um, do you shake paint with that arm? Probably. That is probably a good thinking, AJ. Have you seen those guys that take like I saw these things. I want to say they make them out of sawzalls, but it's like an attachment you put in a sawzall, and you can like clip your paint in it, and then you like hit the sawzall and goes brrrr, and shakes your paint up. Um, yeah, I don't. I also think it's from picking up kids because I probably picked up a kid wrong, and that's what caused it was from kid parenting. Um, Sore from setting the hook so much. That's a good sore to have. I was actually sore from catching fish yesterday. I probably caught 15 largemouth bass yesterday on a spinnerbait. And I mean, at least it was every damn tree, dude. It was awesome. You'd roll that thing up there and let it let it fall, and you'd see them just go. But you had to let it sink. Uh, it was awesome, dude. And if you didn't see them, like I saw the first couple because it was early. Actually, I didn't see the first one. I saw like the second and third one. But you throw it up there next to that tree and let it sink, and your line would just go, "Thunk," and you'd see it jump. And it was good. It was good. Um, should start lifting some weights a couple times a week, especially as you get older, to keep your body mobile and strong. Oregon, that is a great recommendation. I need to get some. Maybe I need to get some weights here at the shop because I would be much more likely to use them here than to go to a gym. I don't particularly care for gyms or public workout areas. I never have. I don't think I ever will. I don't like the people. I don't like the environments. I just have never cared for them. They always, I don't know. I didn't like gyms, like workout facilities. They're kind of gross. I just, um, but anytime I have worked out was like caveman workout where you like go just like out in the yard and find something heavy and pick it up. uh, or the one thing I got one of those I got one of those what's those pull up bars um like the Iron Gym or some shit that you put on your door frame, and I ended up warping the door frame at my parents' house um, from doing pull ups because they say they're like, oh, they won't damage anything, but I did enough pull ups on one of those things that it was uh, there was like big indentions in the sheetrock from when that thing had set in there. Um, Happened to me with a little cousin. Shoulder gave out and almost dropped him. That's not good. Smackdown on the Socolay. That's a good trip. How was the grandfather? Those bars are sketchy. Yeah, they're. I mean, they were good for a little while, and then I mean, I was 200 pounds, and it quite like I started thinking about it, and I was like, dude, this one little like there's probably more than 200 pounds of pressure getting put somewhere. And I don't think this contraption is absorbing all of it. So like the more I did it, and I was like, I think something's probably going to give here. Uh, I never failed though, but it did dig up the door frame a little bit, or the sheetrock above it. Um, Once it flares up, the fun begins. Wonderful. You like the band type brace. Caught like 50 fish on the water yesterday in the rain on top water. What bait did you choose, Brendan? Buzzbait, walking bait, popper, whopper plopper, frog? 60 plus bass on the river this weekend. Finally put a pearl white 100 series bandit through hell. 4 and a 6 pound channel. Damn, everybody caught them. They were biting this weekend, apparently. Have y'all ever noticed that? That, like, sometimes there's, like, and I don't know what it is or what causes it, but it's obviously, like, nationwide environmental something with, like, the moon or the something goes on, and you go out there and you have, like, an awesome day. And then you talk to your buddy that's, like, in Texas, and he's like, dude, we crushed them on Saturday, too. And then you talk to your buddy Hella up in the North Country, and he's like, dude, I smashed him. And then you talk to some dude over in Canada, and they smashed him. And then you talk to a guy in Florida, they smashed him. And like everybody across the country just like caught bass. And I feel like it happens like once a year or something. But it's real weird. Um, Elbow, Brendan. Burns didn't catch anything. Did you catch a cut on your finger? Hopefully not. Did you catch no injuries? Um, Resistance bands. That would be good. That would probably be good. No new cuts. That's good. That's good. I think we have resistance bands somewhere. Has to be the lunar chart. Has to be. Y'all follow those? The fishing forecasts, and like they used to come in like Bassmaster magazine. My old neighbor Mean Gene used to keep every month of like Alabama Outdoor News or Field and Stream or Outdoor Life or Bassmasters. I don't know where he got his calendar from, but he would cut it out and he would put it in his wallet. And anytime we'd go talk about going fishing, he'd like open up his wallet and pull his little thing out and be like, "We need to go between 2 and 4 tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay." And all, like he was retired and he fished pretty much whenever he wanted to. He lived on the water, had a boat lift, so he could pretty much go all the time. And in all of his years of fishing, like 30, 30 years of or 25 years of retirement, he found that he felt like the lunar feeding chart was fairly accurate. Like sometimes it missed, but he felt like it was more accurate than it was inaccurate. So, and I've seen him, be pretty accurate. Um, Taking the boat out today, I get to work half a day to test the boat. That's good. Brian, where will you be testing the boat out? Hopefully, it's a lake with a bunch of fish at it, where maybe wherever Hella went. Uh, have you ever used that guard tape, or does that affect your feet? Um, Small jaw, I think you can find them. Like you could probably Google them now. Where's my phone? You could probably look up fishing, but it's not only for fishing. It's for like animal activity, but fishing lunar chart. Bassmasters has it, and In Fisherman has it on their website. Let's see what Bassmasters has. Don't know much about the lunar stuff, but the biggest bass I've been caught at weird times. Yeah, typically the biggest bass I've caught have been in the middle of the day, one, something like that. 9, 10, something like that. All right, here we go. This is yeah. So now rather than clip out a paper chart and put it in your wallet, you can just screenshot from Bassmaster.com. If you search for the Bass Forecast, spot on so lunar, the world's most accurate fishing times. So what is today? Today is the 12th. So Sunday, when we went, uh, let's see, what was the rating? Is this rating out of 10? Uh, it was fair fishing, according to this. Um, and it says the moon overhead, 5:11 to 7 a.m. is the best time. And then, or maybe not. I don't know. The one he used to use used to say when the best time to go was. So I guess the best time during the day yesterday was right in the morning time. Today the best bite supposedly is 7:15 to 9:45. AJ, I have that. I have a lunar calendar T-shirt designed. But it's not for this. It's for spawning, which I think would be badass. To where you wouldn't have to like you'd have a shirt like you just look at your shirt. Um, but I got the idea when I was in Austin because we went to this little place and this girl, this artist, local artist, she drew like lunar calendars and she had all these like little things like these little widgets drawn on the calendar and they were really really cool looking and so I thought why not do that for fishermen. I mean it's a little out there. It's more artsy than but it's also practical like it's useful information. um, but it makes a very cool design if done right. Um, so we shall see. Like I said, I got all kinds of shirts. Um, see if the let's see if the In Fisherman's any better. Let's check out the In Fisherman calendar. 17th is going to be epic. There you go. Saturday. What is this? June. Let's see what they say. Sunday, 5 to 7, 6 to 11. They rate the 11th as a great day. What did you say? The 17th? Yeah, yours says 17th is going to be great. They say the 18th next Sunday is going to be excellent, as good as it gets for the month. It's the best day to go. So we shall see. Yeah, there's majors and minors. So there's major feeding times and minor feeding times. So on the Saturday, Sunday, sun up, 7 a.m. Major time, 12:33 to 2:33 a.m. Minors, 8 p.m. 6:30. Yeah, so we were in a minor feeding period. Sunday is Father's Day. Take your dad's fishing. There you go. A calendar. All right. I can put that one into the works. I've already got all the art I want. I just have to get it digitized. Get it digitized. But you could put all the times on there, like the major feeding times. The lunar cycles definitely do affect animals, and it also affects humans. I don't know if you have children, but there are certain moon phases that your kids get wild. And the only explanation that we have found is that it's a moon thing. Like you get a full moon or something, kids start acting crazy, dude. And we've called some other people that have, like, friends of ours that have younger children, and you'll ask them, be like, hey, so our kid's been very normal for the last like 4 5 days, 6 days, whatever month. They're like a different person today. Like they are going haywire. You're like, dude, our kid is too. Like, and then you talk to like 5 different people, and they're like, yeah, our kid's going nuts today. I don't know what the deal is. It's friggin' moon, dude. Like they talk about, I think I've heard some statistic that like more crime happens like on full moons, which is probably people using the moon to steal shit. But they say all kind of weird crimes happen on weird moon phases. Um, so I think it does affect people also, make them do weird stuff. But if you fish for the whole day, you're sure to be. That is the way to look at it, Frank. Tell the wife, tell the girlfriend, tell nobody. I'll be gone all day because I got to catch all the major and minor feeding times. I got to fish through them. Our bodies are 70% water, so I think it has something to do with the moon moving the water. Very scientific of you, Brendan. Maybe so. That would make a lot of sense. I'm sure there's maybe it's the iron in our blood, and it's some sort of magnetic pull from the earth that gets funky, and it's making us do weird stuff. It's pulling blood out of our brains and into our feet, making us feel weird. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. You know what I do? I sand with his hand. AJ, I bet that's what it was. I bet my damn elbow is from sanding. Now that I sit here and think about it, I bet it's a sanding thing. Because I just picked up this bait and I was like, dude, I bet it's from sanding. If Heather asks when I'll be home, I'll tell her tomorrow o'clock, Tuesday o'clock. She doesn't really bother asking anymore. That's good, Frank. You're smart. That's got to be what it is. And I've tried to sand with my right hand. It's just weird. Um, yeah, I feel like it's like as soon as you give a time of like when you're going to be back, that's like the kiss of death for when the fish are going to start biting. Never fails. Never fails. Yeah, I'll be back at 2. 12:45. You start hammering them. It's like, damn it. I got to be home at 2. Got to be home at 2. Got a bunch of baits in today from Eric and eBay. What'd you get from Eric? What'd you get from eBay? Brendan, let me ask you a question. I saw something yesterday, and I didn't see these in my saved searches because they had sold so quickly. And I think you might be the owner of these. Did you buy these? Do you own these? Was this your purchase? God, you dick. I was looking at my searches last night and I was like, no baby wedges have come up. Let's see if any have sold lately. And I saw that lot and I looked at the date and I was like, wait a damn minute. That was June 8th. That was a couple days ago. How did I miss those? And then I remember you said you got some and I was like, because I lost one yesterday. It's the reason I asked. Because I went on the hunt. I was like, I need to replace my bait. No, Brendan, it's okay. It's okay. You keep them and enjoy them. Maybe you'll break some off and you'll need them too. I have a few. I have 6, but I'm going to remake. I'm going to make that bait better. Um, it needs a few. It doesn't really need that much difference, but I want to make it myself in very low volume, mainly selfishly for personal use. But I am going to remake that bait because I can't find them. Brendan's buying them. Johnny Haircut's buying them. You just can't find them. So I need to I need to find a better source that way. Because I feel like when you've only got like when you got something like those, like I would probably throw them more if I had more of them, especially something you lose. Like I feel like, especially around cypress trees, there's some times where you get around you get stuck in a root and you just can't hardly get to it. And I would probably, I don't know, I just like having lots of shit. It's an excuse. It's just an excuse. But I will say, I did catch them on the spinnerbait I had tied on, so I didn't have to change anything. It was nice. I didn't have to like. I mean, I tied on a few baits yesterday, but I didn't. I didn't. I didn't have to sit around and like crack the code. Like the first tree we pulled up on, I picked up a spinnerbait, threw it over there, and caught one. I think it was first cast, second cast, and then it was on after that. Um, but it's a weird bite. They were surprisingly shallow. Hard to get stuff. Find me the mother lode, Bob. That model. The later baby wedges they dicked up because they put a big giant hook in it. and they put eyes on them and all this other dumb shit, and the wireframe's too big, and this is the one. That is the one. But I'm sure the sad thing is Stanley's got that mold, or Cast, or anybody. Somebody's got that mold and it's just sitting there doing nothing. Because they're like, oh, the ones with the ones with the eyes are better. They're not. Small Jaw, take it easy, man. Thanks for tuning in for a minute. 30 minutes. But yeah, I think I can build this, and I can build it a little better. Better hook, maybe a little better wire. And I don't know. They say it's a Vibra-Shaft. It's not a Vibra-Shaft. I don't know why they put that on the pack. John, it's not even necessary. I can just take this off, or I can just take the skirt off of it, take the blades off of it, and put it in some silicone and some clay and mold it up, and it'll be good. It'll be good. Not necessary. Yes, Kyle, that's the one. That is the one. And we've checked all the obvious sleeper holes, mics, places like that. Single number 4 gold willow leaf. I wonder what that would do on that little teeny guy. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. No, Bob, it has to be a bunch. The good thing is I've got all the. Back in the day, it was referred to as a tandem blade combination, because they would have you would have a double willow, you'd have double Colorado, and I feel like you don't hear people call it that name anymore, but I always heard a bunch of people call it tandem blades, which were one Colorado in the front and a willow on the back. And on full size spinner baits, I don't care for that. Never have. Just didn't like the way it looked, but I like it on the baby wedge for whatever reason, because I can feel it a little better. The where did my mind just go? The double willow, you can't feel it. It's like reeling in air. It's like reeling in your cut line. I kind of want to try making my own spinner bait, but Pryor said he would rather be rolled in barbed wire and be with a hammer than make one. Brendan, you got to think about what really goes into making one spinnerbait. If you're building it from scratch, and Pryor, I believe, is forming his own wire. So if you're doing it that way, you got you a jig set up, you form your wire. That takes however long. What's up, Jeremy? Then you have your mold. So you heat up your lead pot, put your wire form in there, put your hook in there, put it in the mold, close it up, pour it up. Then you got to paint it. Well, then you got to mask your hook off, or you create you a little apparatus to cover the hook up. A lot of people use like uh, a piece of foam or something with a slit in it, and you put your bait in it to cover up the hook. And you got to cover up your wire if you're picky. Um, then you got to paint it if you're spraying paint, or if you're trying to powder paint it, then you got to powder paint just the head, and you're having to deal with a wire and a hook. Um, and put your eyes on all that. Then you can make your skirt, put your blades on, yada yada yada. Terminate your wire, put your hooks on your swivel. It's just a lot of moving parts just to get one bait that's like $6. Uh, and when you, if you were to calculate your time into what it took to build yourself 25 spinner baits, to me, I'm probably like, if you just do it, uh, if you just do it like at night, like if you do go in there and you like paint a few or paint 20, 30, and then you like get them ready over time, where you're just like doing a little bit here and there for yourself, it's not bad. But like, if you were trying to like sell them, yeah, if you want to do it for fun, it's certainly a losing operation. Um, because then on top of that, there's never a uh, there's never you never have the right blades ever. So once you go down the wormhole, you think you ordered every blade you could possibly need, and as soon as you get all those blades in the mail, you realize, oh damn it, I need a 3.5 willow leaf gold. Then you have to order those, and then you get those in, and you're like, damn it, I need a 2.5 silver Colorado to fit this bait to make it sink right, or to make it swim right, or make it do right. Um, so it's like a never-ending something with spinner baits. Especially, I've noticed that with trying to sell spinner baits. Uh, I got more messages probably, and I filled a lot of the orders, but it I realized that it was not gonna work, because I probably got more emails and messages about, hey, do you make this combination of blades with this color skirt, than I did, hey, nice spinnerbait. Hey, I like what you've put together. Everybody had their like little combination that they wanted. Hey, can you do those with like a number 2.5 Colorado with like a number 4 gold Colorado? It's like, dude, I don't have all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that was what got me, is that like I was getting more requests for shit that I didn't have, or I would have like one or two of them, and a guy would be like, "Can you build me 10 spinner baits with this combination and this skirt?" And I'd look, and I'd have like, uh, be able to make like a couple of them, but 2 strands of blue in the skirt. Can you make the eyes red instead of black? It's like, dude, I'm just trying to pay for my spinnerbait mold. Like, help me out here. I'm not trying to be damn War Eagle. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to sell you a damn spinnerbait that works good, that'll catch the shit out of them. Not, you know, not 300 SKUs of random blade and skirt combinations in one head size. Uh, but yeah, I think I don't know. Once you if you're not, I don't know. There's certain things. I guess you need to have owned a bunch of baits, like spinner baits, or I think it's just baits in general. I think this goes for all baits. I think you've just had to cycle through enough of them, of every brand, make, size, model, whatever, to know what you do like and what you don't like. And if you know what you want, then you have a place to start, which is where everything generally happens. Whether it's swim baits, you have a swim you want, or you have something a bait that does something you want. Same with spinner baits. There's something you don't like about the wire, something you don't like about hooks, or something. And I don't feel like you typically ever find that in a store bought bait, uh, because you know you might you might have something you like about a war eagle, and you're like, a war eagle's like great spinner bait, almost. Um, so then you go down the wormhole and you're like, well, I can make a war eagle, but I think I can make a war eagle a little better. Change this up on the wire, change the hook up, blah 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 blah. So um, bought components and played with it. Yeah, and it's fun. Like, it's fun having. I enjoy putting spinner baits together, not for monetary purposes. Um, like just building spinner baits and like nerding out over wire forms and hooks, and like putting a spinner bait together is fun. Um, when it's a job, it's awful. I don't know, like Nichols making their own stuff and putting all their baits together and stuff. I don't know how they do it, dude. I don't know how you keep employees that don't want to go like jump off your roof after like a day's work, much less years of uh, honest labor. You know what I mean? Like people that would show up every day and put beads and clevises and swivels on hooks and bend wire and all that kind of shit. I don't know. I don't know how that's even. I don't even know how that's possible. Um, I would think you would hire somebody and they'd do it for like 10 minutes and be like, "Yeah, I'm good on this. I'm gonna go work at Wendy's or something. I go work cutting grass or something." Oh, is Bob still there? Let's see. Hold on, Bob. Bob, I have a bait, and you posted a Wally G a while back. And this bait is very similar to a Wally G, except this one has eyes in it. Um, this one is the same kind of profile, but it has those kind of eyes in it. And I don't know what it is or who it came from or where it's from or what, but some sort of wood. And the paint's coming off. That's what I do, Jeremy. I use a note card box. This thing is very ugly, but I don't know who made it. Probably never will. But it's an oddity. I don't know what it is or who made it. Gary D's put eyes in his. Did he have a bait similar in shape? Because it's pretty ugly. I don't know what it is. Could be one of his early ones. Let me see. I'll send you a picture. Glad I didn't destroy it. Where's Bob? There he is. Bob. Let me get a good picture of some shadow. Come on, where's the shadow coming from? There we go. Hold on, I think it was set to replay. I need to send you a permanent keep in chat. Not a Wally, it's an imposter. I don't know. Here's the first baby bass I ever painted. Look at those lifelike. Look at those lifelike bars on the cheek. That was really, really on for the onto the realism there. My first baby bass, smothered in Createx. I wonder what this is. I hope to God it's hitting a real RC 1.5, and it probably is. But it's dicked up. What is it? Is that a hole? Baby bass is in. I don't even read the damn Bass Blaster anymore. I should. I just look at them and I'm like, oh, I don't have time for you, Blaster. I think this is a thunder shad that I painted way back in the day. Some crooked ass scales on it. Very, very horseshoe custom type eyes here. I don't know what I was going for here. Huge mistake with the oval split ring on the front. Don't know. Didn't know any better. Look at that signature. Oh, can't see it. It has evolved a lot over the years. Giant thin fin. Middle thin fin. He used to be good at eyes. Yeah, no, what happened? What happened? Ooh, that's a goodie. I don't know how that got left in there. What else is in here? Pose. Why do I have this junk? Why do I have this junk? Here's a, oh, look at these eyes. I thought I was John Pryor doing some shitty triple dotted eyes on a DD22. This one has been sanded like I was going to redo it. That's pretty funny. That's what was going on behind the scenes. I was trying to triple dot eyes like JP. There you go, John. While you were busy making masterpieces, I was sitting in my basement being a shitty version of you trying to triple dot eyes. That was probably the last time I triple dotted eyes. What is this? Wow. Here's a perfect Ozark Shad Bandit 200 that I painted. There's only one problem. I dicked up the eye, so it got thrown in the coal box. My bit slipped. What a waste. What a waste. You get all the way to that point and you dick the eyes up. So, oh, this one's got gamakatsus on it. I need to take these off. This was a, I don't know what you call this. It's like a tequila sunrise type color that I painted back in the day, way back in the day. I guess I had high hopes for this color because I put gamakatsus on it. I need to take these off because they're totally being wasted in here. Waste of a quality hook. We all had to start somewhere. That's right. We all had to start somewhere. I actually started, like I hear people talk shit about like cheap airbrushes, but I started so cheap. It was detrimental to like actually painting, because I started, my first airbrush I ever bought was the single action plastic Harbor Freight airbrush that was like $10, and you like fill a cup up full of stuff and you just like shoot it. And I think it doesn't even come, like I think it's sprayed with like compressed air. Spinnerbait bite was awesome, Hayden. It's incredible. Size wasn't great, but volume was great. Did anyone ever crack the code on the bait Eric wanted a while back? I think it was a fat-free shad Ozark. Why would he want that? Why do you want that, Eric? Are you there? Are you lurking? Are you listening? Are you driving? Is it to fill a oh wow, this is bad. Talk and Linder both caught the same 7-pound fish on different days. How about that? How about that? Where are we at here? Hell, I see something really wrong with this Pop-R. It doesn't have a bottom hanger. I guess I could drill one in there, but I don't know what happened to that. I believe Eric was looking for the old Bomber Flat A and Sun Perch. Correct. That was way long ago. And then I think Pradco released it to the paint shop, and the paint shop was not an accurate representation of the original Sun Perch. Which that color came from an old dude from Tennessee that was painting it. And story has it, when he painted them, when he was painting it, when he was painting that color, he would only paint it on shad wraps. So if you wanted that color painted, you had to send him a Shad Rap. He only painted one bait. And I think he eventually moved to where he would paint DT6s or like DTs. It might have been just DT6s, but interesting stories. Hey, interesting stories. Faded version of one from the paint shop. Uh, I've got the Mimic version. I've got the Strike King Custom Shop Sun Perch. I don't know where, but it is in this office somewhere because I remember seeing it. But I don't have I don't have an original. I would have no reason to own that or to have bought that. Burns, the only thing tricky about a flat A for you would be the bill. I guess that's not hard for Deron, but I think that's the key in that bait is that weird bill. You have a balsa flat A. Who built it, Bob? Balsa, yeah, as if a flat A doesn't throw shitty enough to begin with. Just make it out of wood. Oh, well, there you go, Bob. I mean, there you go, builder dude. Deron's already got the damn lip then. All you need to do for him is tell him to hit print on his CNC that's not set up for another 3 months. Bob, have you fished it or test run it? A Marty BPS egg. Burns, could you make this? Can a hobo eat a ham sandwich? This would be a problem. Or Deron cutting lips would be a problem. Oh, it would not be a problem. Have not got it a couple months ago. Have Bob, we got to know how it runs. Ticket, what about the Bandit Square Bill called the Racket? Anybody notice on the packaging it says made with good old beauty? I didn't notice that. Burns, the flat going to be thinner than one of Sunny flat sides. The Racket. If it's a new Bandit, I don't know jack about it. I don't know jack about new stuff. I mean, I do, but I don't. The poppers are about to come along because I'm about to get off of here and I'm about to go fix them. They're right here in this bag. Oh. Dude, I don't know what it is where y'all live, but when I got up this morning, I had to take Bean to, like, it was hot as shit in our house last night. Our AC could not keep up anywhere close. I was like, is it just that hot outside already? I took Bean to dance camp at 8:30, and it was 87 degrees already at 8:30. Absurdity, dude. Absurdity. 87 when you got up this morning. That must be nice. Bandit. What's it called? Racket. Let's see. Bandit Racket crankbait. Let's see what this thing is. Oh yeah, it's like their big square bill. I have seen that. Yeah, they look pretty decent. Let's see what it says about them. Offering a unique sound and action, the Bandit Racket Square Bill is bringing back a highly sought after material that bass anglers grew to love. Made from legendary butyrate plastic and equipped with a shaved bill, the Bandit Racket Square Bill emits an intriguing sound and produce an aggressive hunting action. The bass simply can't turn down bullshit. I mean, high buoyancy rate also allows the Bandit Racket to deflect easily off of cover without snagging, making them an excellent choice for fishing around wood and rocks. Way to go, Bandit. But the bean and her cousin were sleeping in my bed, so I slept on the couch. Then the baby started crying. Put her to bed. Got her. She woke up again at like 12:30, so I just brought her in there and slept on the couch with her. And you can imagine how that went. I slept on the edge to protect her from falling off, and I don't even know that I slept. The square bill before that was big time trash. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of, AJ. What was that one called? It's the same profile, but I thought the profile was nice. I don't know what it's called though. And judging from these pictures, uh, the bevel on the bill is not very bevelly. All bandits are trash. Nah, come on, dude. 200 old pre-Pragco 200 is the juice. What company are we talking about? The square bill bandits. Bandits big versions of their whatever they came out with. The Bandit square bill. Let's see. Yeah, they had a big one. Racket. Oh, I can find this racket. Here's one from 2012 from a lure review YouTuber. Southeast Georgia kayak bass fishing. How are you, sir? Let's see what this guy's video says. Yeah, this is it. I don't think this is the racket. That one? Yeah, it just says Bandit square bill. 10 years ago. Are they that bad? What's wrong with them? They just won't stay tuned? I clicked on this thinking you meant the Bandit 100, not technically a square bill. Why would it not technically be a square bill? This just goes to show you about the internet, dude. Like when you read like product reviews, I clicked on this thinking you meant the Bandit 100, not technically a square bill. Why would the Bandit 100 not technically be a square bill? Because it is literally everything that makes a square bill a square bill. It has a square bill on it that runs shallow. Corners are slightly rounded. I mean, let's get the Bandit box out and look. Let's look at the bill on this 100, and then I'll leave to see if it gets disqualified as being a square bill. I mean, I would with. I mean, give me a break, dudes. So it's got some rounded corners. It's a friggin' square bill. Disqualified. Disqualified. Ed Chambers, you don't know what you're doing. I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing different is that, I mean, the front still, it just has an exaggerated roundness. Like they're just rounded a little more. I mean, come on, dudes. Where are we at? Flat rounded front bill. Technically, it's not a square bill. What are you talking about, internet person? Bandits are hugely popular in the South, JP. Mainly because I think there's probably a larger population of people down here that like catching bass and then eating them. And if you are required to bring dinner home, you leave your jackhammers at home, you leave your bullshit at home, you leave your mag drafts at home, you leave your Chad sheds at home, you leave your fads at home, and you take an old 200 Bandit and you go catch dinner. Then like that's a dinner catcher. That thing right there. That thing has caught dinner a lot. A 2.5, it's a little big for catching dinner, bro. We're talking seining the lakes of everything. Like, we're not talking leaving bass behind because a 2.5 was too big. Catch them all. Let God sort them out, as they say. We're talking We're talking knocking heads off of stuff. 12-incher? Oh, it's too big, bro. There's no size limit down here. Fillets off of 8 are sweet and they curl up. And 8, I'm not talking about pounder, I'm talking about incher. Crappies, cats, everything. It gets eaten. You got to appeal to every species. Dudes down here are ruthless. Five-inch bass fry. I mean, I would be willing to say that there has probably been there's been lots of last year's bass spawn already filleted. But other than a 1.5, no other bait has excited the Burns. They got to be 21 inches to keep. Wow. In the upper part of the state, it is, but down here in the south end, there's no size limit on bass, which is what interested me because the fishing can be tough down here as far as big fish. But I always wanted to have a smallest 5 fish limit since there wasn't a size limit. How funny would it be to have like one tournament out of the year and do it like in the summertime when it's hot, when you don't typically catch, or you don't want to, like, the weights are down anyway, but have like a July tournament or a June tournament and make it the 5 smallest bass limit. You'd see some interesting techniques and you'd see some people doing some, like, I think it would be, and the cool thing about it is that everybody would spill their guts, right? And I think it would be very entertaining to hear a guy come out there and be like, dude, how did you catch a 2-pound, 5-pound limit? I mean, 5 fish limit. That's incredible. 2 pounds. What'd you catch them on? Like, I caught them on a homemade floating fly. It's like, really? What patterns? Like, oh, a little willow fly tied up. A little fly, put it under a bobber and throw out there, and or beetle spin. Yeah, you'd have some dude be like, yeah. The key to my beetle spin though is I took the grub off and then I put, crappie niblets down the shank of the hook. We are every year short every month. We are doing the best 3 in a 4-hour span. That sounds fun. Rebel grasshopper. Yeah. There's all, I mean, it would, I think it would be really entertaining and like lighthearted. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be so serious. It wouldn't be, I don't think there'd be people getting pissed off. It'd just be fun. Like, if you're fishing a 5 biggest bass tournament and some dude cuts you off, you probably get kind of pissed. But if you're fishing a 5 smallest fish tournament and you get cut off, like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? I just feel like the vibe around the anglers would probably be a little more fun. Yeah, if you could get you a little popping bug on a fly rod, that would qualify. Flies would be good. See, we throw in a Ned rig. Ned rig would be like throwing a damn old monster for this bag I'm looking for. Change the round silver blade to a gold willow, tip it with a live minnow. That will put food on the table. There you go. That's the overspin of 80 years ago. Satia Spider. Brimbuster. Sounds fancy. But I wonder, Wonder how many people would enter my tournament. Any? Sativa, Spider, Grim, Buster. I'm a trendsetter. What kind of tournament? A largemouth bass tournament, but the five smallest bass. Think it would work as a charity tournament? Yeah. I have to find a charity, which wouldn't be hard, but I think it'd be cool. All right, everybody. We got a teeny bag coming up. I've been hearing about this bag when they pulled up. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Let's hit the scales. 5 fish, 5 alive. Mark it. 1 pound, 8 ounces. Pull out them little peckerwoods. Let's see them. The pros do it as a team tournament. Oh. We gonna weigh that one for Teeny Lunker? All right, let's check him out. Mark it. 6 ounces. New leader. Maybe I could get up there and wear my Ray Scott tasseled jacket. Where you at? 18. Yeah, you'd have to give out weigh-in bags that were Ziploc sandwich bags. The smaller the bag, you can weigh in. You get style points. Walk up with a bag like this. Oh, that shit is funny, dude. That shit is funny. Put little handles on it. Guys walk up. Like, what you got? Have a little like 5-gallon bucket for like the weight tank. And guys standing in the 5-gallon bucket holding their bags waiting to weigh in to keep the fish alive. Coming to the dock, if you're not under a pound, just throw them back. I think you could make this a thing, dude. I think it would be really fun. I mean, I'm laughing about it just thinking about watching dudes come up with their bag and like telling their story about how they caught these micro bass. Wonder how hard it is to put on a tournament. Has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever hosted? Has anybody ever hosted a micro tournament? It would be huge. The biggest little tournament this side of the Mississippi. Sick of catching tiny bass? Good. This tournament's for you. Be rewarded for your micro bass. Make money on your little fish. Need a 4-inch minimum. I really don't know how it would actually, like, if you think about it, I feel like it would actually be kind of challenging to catch that many, like, maybe, who knows? I think it'd be, I think, like, for me, I think it would be kind of a challenge to catch little teeny weeny bass and not catch like to target them. I will say, I would think it would be hard to target them and not you'd catch too many bluegill. Exactly, like to get to the teeny weeny bass would be a little bit of a challenge because here we have goggle eye, warmouth, whatever you want to call them, very aggressive. And if there's a bass competing over a beetle spin, a goggle eye is going to spank a little bass's ass every time, and a brim. So the only thing a bass has really got on its side is when it gets big enough. But when you have a bass that's the same size as a bluegill or a goggle eye, they're gonna bully him. So I think there's probably, like, as dumb as it sounds, there's probably a little more strategy that would be involved than not. I think it could blow up, but you can't do it everywhere. You could have a trash fish. You could have a trash fish award, like if you caught like a big bluegill or something. I don't know. Sent one of those SOBs to the moon in Louisiana. 15 fish limit. 5 smallest. Would that be bad? Would that be bad for tacklecraft business to host the teeniest bass tournament, or would it be brilliant? Or would people look at me and be like, "Does this guy's shit only catch micro bass?" I thought he was supposed to. I thought bait companies were supposed to like promote catching more and bigger fish. This asshole is promoting less and teenier fish. I mean, I feel like if you could get 50 boats, that would be fun. The other thing about it that I think is very inviting is that not everybody believes that they can catch the biggest 5 fish in the Delta. But I think you would pull people that would think they could catch the 5 smallest. And I think that is the beauty of the idea, is that there's a large population that knows they cannot catch the 5 biggest. But I think all those people would think, I bet I can catch the damn 5 smallest ones. Great for kids as well. Hell, you can take your kids out there because kids can catch micro bass. They don't have to catch big ones. You give them a damn brim buster. I think it'd be. I think everything. This is the future of the industry, dudes. You heard it here first. Micro bass tournaments. This big fish bullshit is out. We're going the other way. Swim baits, garbage, worthless. It's not the future. The future is teeny bass, yearling bass that everyone can catch and everyone can enjoy. You don't need fancy electronics to catch them. Randy will be behind this, I can guarantee you, because Randy can't catch big bass anyway. So Randy will be pro Tacklecraft Micro Bass Series. Yes, he will be about this because you don't need forward-facing sonar because these fish we're trying to catch don't even show up on it. Can't even see it. No live bait. No live bait. Correct, Hella. But forward-facing sonar doesn't matter. Doesn't work on these fish. They're too small. They don't show up. You'd have to rub Scott Martin Manscaped jelly on the fish for them to maybe show up. bet as you'd end up seeing 5 pounders, like smaller stuff than we think, probably. Like this is all I could catch. All I could catch was 14 pounds. And it's like, dude, get out of here. But you don't need a fancy boat, tin boat. You don't need to go far. That's the other thing. I mean, you can fish by the damn boat ramp and potentially win. Um, you don't have to make long runs to go up north to where the big fish live. Everybody can stay within a reasonable amount of time. It's eco-friendly on gas. Go as far as you like, but it's not necessary. Uh, don't have to buy a boat. I'm telling you, man. First batch of lily pads. Yeah, you literally, people would probably take off and then just like stop and be like, oh, who cares where I'm at? Like, this is good enough. Just public waters. Fish from the shore, paddle boats, canoes, rafts. Just pay your money if you want to enter. But it has to be on the body of water that the tournament is being held at. I think people would come out of the woodworks. I mean, I can envision this. I can envision this. Inflatable unicorn. There you go. Fly rods are encouraged. Breadcrumbs for sale. How much to enter? I don't know. $75. Get Engel as a sponsor for Live Wells. That's perfect. Use their bait container. Yeah, get Meps, Beetle Spin. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take your RC boat out there and hook a Beetle Spin to the back of it and troll RC style. Maybe you could have an RC bracket. 34 cents to enter. Oh. Well, then nobody would have any incentive because they would win $17 for their hard work. Yeah, you could troll with an RC boat. Maybe that's the future of fishing. RC boat fishing, and it's like deep sea fishing for marlin where you're like trolling around, except you're doing it with an RC boat and you're catching like bluegill, but you have to have a little teeny RC boat where like the bluegill would almost sink the boat. That would be fun. This one beats this freezer unboxing. Micro fish, micro entry fee, micro payout. Oh. I think this needs to happen. I think this needs to happen. You know who would be the perfect MC for this? Fish Fishburne. Because he could make this shit hilarious, dude. Fish. He would be incredible, dude. Not Mercer. I like Mercer. I think Mercer's great. I enjoy Mercer. Maybe not as an MC, but he does good. I think Mercer. I didn't like him at first, but I just like Mercer as a human. I think I like him probably better on his show than as an MC, but I think I just like Mercer so much because he's such a big fan of bass fishing. Like you can hear his love for all things bass fishing and Bassmasters and all that kind of stuff. But Is he is he, you know, like if you compare him to like Ray Scott, like Ray Scott was the king, and there will never be any Waymaster as good as Ray Scott. Never, not even close. But like when you compare Mercer to like a Ray Scott or somebody like that, like yeah, they're not even in the same ballpark. But um, uh, what's that Elvis guy? He got nobody liked him. What was his name? Andy or something? I forget what his name was. Uh, root beer steak is painful. Uh, Take Mercer over Marty and JT. I would 100% agree with you, Jeremy. Um, um, who else? Who else? Who's been? I mean, Bob Cobb, of course, but he was like, you never knew when Bob was gonna MC an event. He'd just like show up randomly and do it. What's the little Dewey Kendrick? He sucked. He was a prick. Trying to think. You had Fish. Um, that would be good, Jeremy. That would be a really good one. Um, who else? Who was before? Who was before Mercer? Elvis. Blockett would be hilarious to hear comments or his commentating. Yeah, and he loves Mobile because he's the only tournament he's ever won was here. Keith Allen, that's his name, Dustin. I don't know why they called him Elvis. Did he have sideburns, like big sideburns or something? Uh, Keith Allen. Keith wasn't terrible. He wasn't terrible. Reed Ryan, but he did like color commentary, like on the water stuff. He didn't last very long. Zona would be funny. Zona, you have to do a keg stand before the emceeing starts. I get tired of listening to Swindle. Chris Jones from MLF, possibly. I don't know who's going to fill Mercer's shoes. It's you got to think it's probably a pretty small ocean to collect from as far as potential MCs. Takahiro would be great. Golly, can't believe what a little bass in this lake. Someone from YouTube, that's what I would think, AJ. But who from YouTube could you take and put in the seat of Bass MC? Mercer is getting big, and I feel bad for him because I feel like it's I don't know if he's like struggling with something, but he did lose all that weight, and it's like running and feeling great and eating good and Subway in, and now he's packed on a few more LBs. Oh yeah, you could get Pat to MC. He wouldn't even need a microphone. He could just talk. I'm trying to think of any. Oh, speaking of Mobile, If you go and you listen to Scott Martin's recent podcast with Matt Airy and Scott Canterbury, he talks about his tournament win from Pascagoula when he ran from the Pascagoula River all the way to Mobile Bay and ran up in Johns Bend and fished and won a FOW Pascagoula River tournament. He tells the story about that, and it's pretty funny. Eric would be great if he was allowed to blow up on one angler every day. That could be arranged. Ike would be great for a small fish. Ike would be great. Giant. You have to have a term though. Like you have to like what is the word used for like very important little things? You'd have to have something. You'd have to have a word. You'd have to coin the phrase. Precious. Micro monster. Him running sandbars and think the old shrimp boat. Yeah, that Jeremy, was that shit not funny? Where he said he saw a shrimp boat and he whizzed over there thinking it was in the damn channel, and it was on a sandbar. Brendan, but Dink has the what would you call it? Dink implies worthlessness. Like when somebody catches a dink and they're like, "Oh, it's just a dink." That it's a worthless fish, but these fish have value. So they're not. They shouldn't be considered dinks. Look at these nugs. Look at this precious nugget. What you got in there? Oh, this man has got 5 precious nugs in his bag, in his sandwich bag. Negative connotation. Yes, that would be the terminology I am looking for. Check out this little gem. Look at this sandwich bag full of precious nugs, precious largemouth nugs. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. Gonna be too heavy today. Come back next time. Peanuts. We got 5 still alive. Ooh. Ooh. You got some strong nuts in there. You got some strong popcorn. Looks like we got 5 micro dogs. 5 corn dogs. How cute. Cutest bag we've weighed in all day. Check this out. Yeah, I think you could make this work, but you'd have to have I would have to go through and I would have to create a list of terms. Be like, all right, fish. You're gonna have to use cute, precious, dainty, and just give him like a whole vocabulary and be like, this is how you're gonna describe all these fish. This could be amazing for lakes that need some targeted harvest due to overpopulation and then fish fry. I don't think we have to deal with that in the South, Hella. But yes, in other parts of the country that do deal with that, that would be amazing. Is Fish Fishburne on Insta? Yeah, you'd have guys going, "Hey, I need to get my kids up here. My fingers are too big to fit in this one's mouth." I'm like, "Hey, Timmy, come here. Grab them fish." And the little kids hold them up. Grab them fish. Show them to the camera. Only weigh the fillets and throw them in the grease as you walk off. Don't forget your fillets. Don't forget your fish dinner. Thanks for coming. What is this? I think you need a little person to MC so the fish meet the narrative. Better start pursuing TikTok tonight. Possibly. Get the dad from Little People Big World. He was a nice guy. Or did he pass away? Fish Fishburne. What do you think Fishburne's going rate is? Fishburne Art, not him. Fishburne, not on Insta. Does not appear. The one that got away, man, he took that popper down and I threw him over in the woods. Well, maybe he's on Facebook. Let's see. Claude? Let me look up Claude. Claude Fish Burn. Teen Grandma? No. Fun size bass. Party size. Let's look him up on Facebook and see if he's on there. Fishburne. Does he have an E on the end? Public figure, 5,000 followers. He is following none. The last time somebody posted on Fishburne's page was 2016. Claude Martin Fishburne. Add friend. Why did I say cancel? No, I don't want to cancel. I want to be friends with Fish. A lot of people wished him happy birthday in 2019. All right. Ralphie May would have been the guy. That would have been funny. All right, dudes. I don't know. I don't think Fat Cat could keep it. I don't think Fat Cat's got enough ammo to like like a Fishburne can talk and it never seems he has a never ending flow of speech that never seems it's like unconscious thought to where it just comes out and it never seems calculated or that he has to think about what he's about to say. And I feel like it's a gift, obviously, but I feel like a guy like Fat Cat, he's got to think. You know what I mean? eventually. It would certainly be a river rat tournament. It would be a river rat tournament. Literally and figuratively. John boats welcome. Kayaks welcome. What up, South Jersey? You're just in time for the exit. I'm going to. Very true, Jeremy. Very true. Him probably trying to bite his tongue is probably having to choose words wisely or speech wisely. Probably does change the flow. What baits am I painting for this? I could do some giveaway custom beetle spins. I could custom paint a cricket bucket, a cricket cage. That would be pretty sweet. Custom paint an Aberdeen panfish hook. I really would like to do this just to see what would happen as far as like what would be the five small, like what would win. Propeller fillet knives, there you go. I would like to see what it would really take weight wise. But I think it would be a really easy sell to like sponsors. Like you said, Ingalls, sell me the bait bucket. That's for live wells. You know, people be making the joke, be like, they'd come up there and they'd only have 2 fish and be like, "Where's the other 3?" I say, "Man, I thought I had them in the live well, and I reached in there to get them. I think they swam down the damn drain hole." And everybody started laughing. And, yeah, shit, dude, it's fun. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. Hell, I was reeling one in, and I had my damn kicker, and the damn seagull flew down and bit him off my hook. Seagull took your kicker? Yeah. Hell, I threw a damn pound and a halfer in there just in case I needed one, and hell, I think he ate all my damn kickers. The micro machine guy, he gets the weigh-in done in 30 seconds. A bait egged my catch. Hell, I was throwing a 1/4-ounce spinner bait, and I caught a damn kicker, and hook went through his brain and killed him. Bluegill ate my kicker. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny. All right, well, maybe this happens one day. Maybe this happens one day. Before it gets thieved. Which I don't know who would thieve it besides me, but I'm sure there's people want to do stuff like this. People are always looking for something. But all right, y'all be good. Good talk today. That went a little longer than expected, but the juices started flowing. All right, y'all have a good rest of your week. I will try and get some poppers coming up this week, and campers, be aware. Y'all be good. See ya.